Hello and welcome to Google Sheets Basics. It's video number 2 about if function. We'll talk about AND and OR logic, or so-called Boolean logic. First we'll check some statements for equals, more, less than, more, and so on. Then we'll make some AND and OR statements with simple functions. And the last one is Boolean logic, OR and some mixes of true, false, which result it will give us. We'll see it in simple examples. In column A we have some numbers and text. In column C we also have some numbers and text, and we want to compare it. So let's start with the first one. This formula is just the simple: A2 equals C2, hit enter, see the result. A2 equals C3 is the result. So why? In the first case we have true, and in the second we have false. As we see here and here, number is exact number 1, and here's number 1. It's just because rounding numbers, and it shows us only first two numbers because I have adjusted this number formatting to column to cell C3, and as you see there are number 2 after all these zeros, so these two numbers are not equal because this number is more than 1, so the result is false. Let's copy our formula down. You see Sam and Sam are equals, but Sam not equals Sam in the next example, and it is the second most common mistake. When you compare two strings, you must care about spaces. Here you see Sam and space at the end. So now here are 4 symbols in this Sam and only 3 symbols in this Sam, so the result is false, and it's okay. Next, more or less, you may also count it, but here we change equal signs to more sign. More, 100 is more than 1, and Sam is more than n because when we compare strings, the computer checks alphabetic order, and A is of the first letter and Sam going next in the alphabet, so Sam is more than n. You can do even this, you can compare n. The result is the same, so it doesn't care about number of symbols, letters in the word, it just cares about the first letter and then second and so on. For example, if I paste U here, the result will be false because U is going after A. So it checks S is the same, then it checks second letter and so on. And one more example, less than and or equals A, less than equal and 3. Okay, the result is false. When they're equal, the result is true, and when it's less than equal, the result is also true. So here are the basics, but let's compare some different logics. First one is logics with OR. Here I'll paste my result and we'll compare. What if result number 1 true and result number 2 is also true? And here we paste this formula: OR and this comma this will give us true. Yes, of course. True and false. OR will give us true, false, and false. Will give us finally false. Nothing of these two is false, so the result is also false. And here we'll make AND, check AND logic, equals AND, hit tab to autocomplete the formula insertion and F2, G2, close parentheses, and see when both trues, then true. False when only one of them is false, then both are false, and also the result is false. So you can see basic logic and what is the use of it. Here is a basic sample. We have some names. We want to count salary, and we have some conditions. Basic salary is 2000 if this person is experienced and he worked more than 30 hours. Salary is plus 500, and if something one is matched, or experience or employee worked more than 30 hours, then plus 200. Now let's count it. Lock it with F4 plus if. First we'll check both conditions. If and have experience and also hours is more than 30, then it will be 500. Else, if something one is true, or experience, or this person worked more than 30 hours, then it will be 200, and else it will be just 0. Close our sentence, hit enter, and see Tom is not more than 30 hours, but he's experienced, and so 2200. Let's here's salary. Let's copy down, and you see that only one person and is experienced and work more than 30 hours. So and also max matches these two conditions, so they get maximum salary, and one person, Mike, is not experienced and work less than 30 hours, get the salary 2000, the minimum value. And so when I copied this formula down, checked every single condition. Oh, I've hard-coded this 500, and I may make it reference with F4 key, and also these 200 I'll make it also good reference. F4, copy formula, and when I change this to another numbers, it will recalculate immediately, and you see the result. So OR and AND logic are important when you check some complex conditions, and I hope that this video was helpful for you, and see you soon in the next videos.